When you're fighting a counterpuncher, the feint can be such a good weapon. Pretend you're going to punch, make the counterpuncher throw a punch, and then you counter them.
Todd, I understand what you're saying, but you've got to be honest. You've got to be on it. You've got to be a pro. You've got to think right. Concentrate.
Someone's will cave, but which fighter will it be? Halfway through the round, and I don't know who's got the advantage. Great stuff.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
This is a high-octane battle. Both men step back for just a moment. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talk about Roy Jones in that last round. From this moment forward, he cannot. There's the bell to start round 3. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Counter punches have to hurt. Beautiful counter punch. The courage on display here is incredible. Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to go down? Good fight so far. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Roy Jones Jr. in trouble. Didn't wait long to get back in and get engaged.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What do you do? What do they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
Beautiful counter shot. They blocked the left there. Punch, counter punch. Let's talk about Roy Jones in that last round. That belt. Back at it in round 4. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Nice counter. The winner of this surely will get a world title shot. They are not going to let this one go to the judges. Don't let this fighter's speed fool you. There's some method to the madness. These are precision shots, and they're coming at lightning speed.
What you've got to do, Tony, is anticipation. You've got to wait. You just got to throw caution to the wind and just hope. You're never going to know where the shots are coming from. You just got to put in a guess.
Nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Is he going to punch himself out, though? Neither one of these fighters want to see the judges' scorecards. Tarver in some serious trouble. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Roy Jones in that last round. Well, he back into the fray here in round 5. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs are gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
That right uppercut misses. Tarver's been rocked. How did they survive that?
Bing Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
We've seen in the past from this fighter, they don't get concerned when they lose some of the earlier rounds because they know they've got that power that can strike at any moment.
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, you don't think him. You've just got to be smarter than him. You've got to be like a little favour and pickpocket him.
Some nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Perfectly matched.
Look at that shot to the head, and there's no way they were going to stand up to that one.
I need...
1, 2, 3, 4. You all right?
Well, they're back up now, but they've got to be cautious. Cannot afford to trade back now, can they, Johnny?
That is a show of character. When you're put down, your ego's hurt, your chin's hurt, your body's hurting, and you've got to get up, suck it up, and think, right, I'm back in the game again. It's so hard for a fighter.
As we enter the final 10 seconds here, it's probably a round he'd rather forget. Let's talk about Tarver in that last round. Beaten, bruised, and battered, but on to the 6th round. They barely survived the last round after 2 knockdowns. Let's see what happens here.
2 knockdowns in that last round. There'll be sheer panic in that corner. What do? Do they throw the towel in? Do they let him come back out again? Because they know their fighter is like a lamb to the slaughter.
One punch could change the entire complexion of this fight. Stamina is off the charts. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. There's a big difference between being the aggressor and the effective aggressor. Which type are we seeing so far?
I've seen some aggressive fighters. They can terrorize the life out of you before they've even thrown a shot. The strength they have, the speed they have, and that knockout punch, they want to punch through you. They don't want to punch you. They want to punch straight through you. So you've got to be careful.
This has been a very competitive round between these two.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
And he fails to score. Hold that thought! Tarver in some serious trouble. I thought that was going to be a knockdown at least.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way.
A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Roy Jones in that last round. Well, we're entering desperation mode here. Gonna need a knockout.
Every second, every minute of this fight is important. Every second.
Great work. I love that. I love that.
And there's the bell for round 7. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Holding nothing back here in the round. He needs to be careful not to punch himself out. They exchange punches. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. How do they use this fighter's aggression against them?
Todd, look back in history. Sugar Ray Leonard against Roberto Duran. The first fight, Sugar Ray Leonard tried to fight, stand there toe-to-toe with him. The second fight, he thought this guy's aggressive. He's nasty. He'll do everything to get the win. I've got to box him. I've got to frustrate him. I've got to humiliate him and show him how good a boxer I am. That's the only way you beat an aggressive fighter. Show your boxing skills. Step out the way. Don't fight fire with fire. Use brain over brawn.
A very competitive round here so far.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
And he misses with that straight left. Nice. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talk about Roy Jones in that last round. There's the bell to start round 8. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Trying to land that jab. How nervous would you get when you know you're facing a big puncher like this that can seriously... You could see it in their eyes. They saw that punch coming, and there was nothing they could do.
Even I've got to see that again.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And you continue.
So this fight will continue, but how can they get back into this bout?
Todd, he's up. I'll be surprised if he makes it back to the corner. And if he does, will he get back up on the stool again? That was a shot.
Halfway through the round, and I think he knows he's got a lot of work to do.
If that were ever hope. Remember the fight at Evander Holyfield? He could be behind on points up until the last 10 seconds, but he's fighting like he's going to pull it back. That's the kind of hope we need to see.
How about that time counter shot? And he scores with the counter. Neither fighter willing to slow down. Final 10 seconds here, and this has not been his round for sure. We didn't know who was going to win, and in the end, no one did win. This fight ends in a draw.